Welcome to Dating, Dogs, and Dumb Fucks. Hosted by mob boss Anastasia, who tells it like it is. And Zeddicus, the dog prodigy king. He's loud and clear and doesn't do any whispering. Heard on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and YouTube. Dating, Dogs, and Dumb Fucks.
Wow, what do you think, Anastasia?
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
We're officially official. We don't sound like dumb fucks no more.
Nope. And with that, I present to you episode 10.
Yeah, we wanted to make the 10th one like this, like have a really cool intro. We appreciate you sticking out with us, guys. We appreciate the support, the reviews. We've been getting hundreds and hundreds of listeners worldwide. So far, so good, guys. We're going to keep publishing it and bringing good, juicy content on dating, dogs, and dumb fucks.
Dumb fucks. And like Zeddicus said, we appreciate each and every one of you. Like and share our podcast. Whoever you think will benefit from it, share the love.
If not benefit, guys, it's entertaining.
It's entertaining. Come on. What else are you going to listen to when you're driving? Come on.
We're going to try to make it beneficial.
You know you love my voice. You know you miss it. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to go over 10 mistakes or dating. Yeah, it actually goes over relationships too, but more dating mistake that I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been guilty of these. You've been guilty some of these. And we've witnessed them and hope you like them and enjoy them. And they're very, very good stuff, guys. Good, thought-provoking stuff. So I wrote them down here. Number one, ignoring your intuition and the bucket of red flags, right? We all notice that about someone. We always feel that. You women are much better than us with your intuition. If something feels off, it usually is. What do you say?
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of times, women, I'm not saying that we always settle, but we always, admit it, ladies, come on. We always think we could do better. There's not one guy that you've met that you're like, oh my God, he's perfect. No, there's always, especially on dating sites, the average guy, like the statistics we talked about, women find 80% of the men unattractive. So it's like you're always settling. Just like me. Like the last day. It's true. You're always
But what does settling have to do with your intuition?
Well, because I'm getting to it.
Okay.
I'm getting to it, okay? Right. So because you're settling, you're going to go out with a guy. Like, for example, the last date I went on, there were red flags.
Yeah.
There were some red flags. The guy, I could tell, was not my type of guy. And I'm like, okay, well, at least this.
But what made him not your type?
I did not like his line of work. The guy basically smokes weed every single day.
Not just that.
He smokes, and look.
I've noticed, guys, if you're a pothead, usually you smoke too. Most people that smoke weed, they also go to cigarette.
Exactly. And I am like one of the few people, I do not smoke. I have never smoked. I don't like cigarette smoke, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I know a lot of people that will say, no, that's it. You smoke, we're not going out. I can handle it, right? But this was just too much. And I saw the red flags. As the evening progressed, I got bored and more bored and more bored. And towards the end of the evening, the guy's a nice guy. But towards the end of the evening, when he opened the door, got out of the car, he wanted to kiss me goodnight. I couldn't. It was disgusting. It was like cigarette smoke.
And what do you say? You need some energy?
He goes, it's okay. It's okay. You guys will love this. It's okay. You can kiss me. You'll get nicotine in your mouth and that'll give you energy. I'm like, oh my God.
How about no energy, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of date was that? You were all weak.
Yeah, drained. Weak, drained, exhausted, mostly bored. Yeah. So, that was not cool.
But see, to me, that's not a red flag. To me, red flag was when he said, you want to go to the pharmacy, get some Adderall.
Oh, yeah.
Stay up for 2 days.
Yeah, the guy was joking.
That is red flag.
Yeah, that's...
No, but there's always like a little truth to jokes.
I thought that was a tasteless joke, and I'm not that kind of person to do
Because if
that.
he needs meth, I can hook you guys up. Real
You
meth.
can hook me up.
Fuck Adderall. Fuck.
I mean, there are red flags that you see, and you kind of hope they're not real. You're like, oh well, maybe I'm overlooking. I always double guess myself. Like, am I really am I overreacting? I ask people, I ask my friends, and most of the time, like, no, you're right. This guy's a dick, or he's a jerk, and you are not overreacting.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
the king here of ignoring red flags is Zeddicus, especially with his last girlfriend. From the first date, there were red flags.
Yeah, I agree. The red flags with Sophia, one was she asked me if I have enough money to buy a house. Who asked that on a first date?
That was on the first date.
First date. Like,
Wow.
do you have enough money to buy a house? And
Buy me a
"Of
house,
course."
buy me a
Yeah,
house.
I said, of course I do.
Buy me a house.
Or I just say, what did you like to know? No, actually, I said, yeah, of course I do. I just moved to LA. I want to know what area. And that red flag was, she said that she's looking for a father figure for her daughter because her daughter gave up on men. Now, I don't know, this is not a red flag, but it shows like someone that right away wants a father figure, like a stepdad.
That's not something you should mention on the first date.
Exactly. Yeah.
It definitely isn't. But there were many, many red flags. He chose to ignore them. And he knew they were there.
Yeah.
They were very obvious.
Yeah.
From the get-go, he said she comes across as a gold digger, this,
Well, that was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't ask that. You
No.
don't ask that. Like, usually normal question will be, what line of work are you in? And then you go based on that. But you can tell if someone's successful, guys, by the way they're dressed, how carry themselves, how, what kind of car they drive. You can tell a lot by someone, like their hands, you can tell a lot. Like, a lot of times someone may dress down just so they don't come across rich, but you can still tell. Have you noticed, like, rich people, like wealthy people, they have that thing about them. Like, you can tell this person's rich, even if they don't have nothing fancy on.
Well, I mean,
They carry themselves
they
differently.
carry themselves, and you can see there. It doesn't mean that you have to have labels on. You can see that the clothes are well made. A lot of times I dress down. I don't want to intimidate people. I won't wear jewelry.
No, but what
or
I'm saying is,
anything.
I'm telling you, even if they're in a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell.
I can spot the fucking Lululemon. From a mile away,
Lululemon,
okay?
dumbass.
Lululemon. Okay. All right. Let's go to the second one. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, guys, be realistic with your age, with your weight, your kids. Be honest, What I mean by that, be realistic. Like, okay, these are the things you come with, right? And these are the things that will be the obstacle. Your age. Don't post old pictures. Ask yourself, would you date you? Would you date you? Like, if not, why not? And if so, why? A lot of times people, I've had women, they say, well, I know, so what, the youngster, I have young ones, should not be a big deal, I'm going to get another husband. That's very unlikely that you have youngsters and someone else says, you're so wonderful, I'll move in with you, I'll marry you,
It could happen if you're
could happen.
young, but this girl was the same age as me.
Yeah, even young guys. So one thing I've done is I moved my age bracket on the dating thing from 21 to 45 or 50. And I've gotten some matches too with youngsters, and it kind of shocked me. And some of them said, you know why I like older guy? Because you guys are more mature, you're successful, you kind of settle down. And Anastasia always says that you have to pay. You got to pay regardless. You gotta
Yeah,
pay
but
regardless,
again,
any day.
My theory is this: no normal woman will be able to sexualize a man 20 years older than her. In some cultures, that's okay. I'm not knocking it. In some cultures, it is, but it's mainly because you're looking for money. That's it. You're not going to.
Good time. Remember, dating is just dating until someone, is like, okay, we're serious, I want a relationship or I want marriage. But dating is dating. Nobody's obligated to nobody.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But certain people are looking for certain things. If you're looking to have fun and meet as many people as you can, that is really what dating sites are for. You'll get that. Especially if you lower your standards. Now, if you're looking for a quality person...
See, we don't want you guys to lower your standards. We want you to be realistic with your expectations and standards, So remember, a lot of women, I don't want you to guys give up. I don't want you to lose hope. a lot of women overestimate themselves. They do.
And men
Guys
do too.
Guys do too.
Men
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
overestimate themselves.
Yeah, men are like, okay, go out with me. Why? Because I have a dick and I'll spend on you. Or even if I don't spend, I have the dick better than your fucking toy.
You know what? Honestly, like I said, I've seen these guys out here, short, fat, bald, no neck, no money, nothing. Nothing, but they still think they're hot shit. You know what? You may think you're hot shit. You may think you're a 10, but you're like a 2, okay? If you're lucky, you know? And women too. There are women out there. I knew this one girl, she had no education, no money, nothing. And she goes, why can't I date a CEO? And I said to her, why would a CEO date you?
But see, so here's the
know?
thing, guys. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
A CEO will have good time, you know, but the CEO got to CEO level with hard work. It didn't just happen. So a lot of women out there and youngsters, they're beautiful. They have beautiful bodies. They're gorgeous. They're on Instagram. They don't want to work. They honestly think they'll be young forever. They'll be skinny forever. They don't even have like a decent job. They don't have a business model. You're going to get old. You're going to get wrinkly. You're going to get fat. You have to have your own job, your own business, your own idea. Men will not support you all the time.
Not necessarily.
But even if they do, even if they do, you know, that's not forever. Like Sophia was saying, oh, buy me a house, right? And, you know, she's really accomplished esthetician. It's like your goal should be getting your own salon. Like, okay, say we get together, we get married, and a few years doesn't work, it's 7 years. You've been, you know, using my money, my resources. You're again on your own. So you got to have your own business, whether you're with me or
if
not.
you're smart. But again, not every,
just smart, driven, smart.
Not every woman wants to work, and that's okay.
But no, it's not okay.
It is okay.
No, it's not always okay. So check this out. Guys are like that too. They like want to make the most money with the least amount of time. They don't want to work. They want to make more. So if you think about it, the reason women want to be in a guy with a guys, they want to be, you always say it, what is it, taken care of and supported,
Yeah.
protected, what's the word you say, the terms, being protected, taken care of,
yeah. Feel safe.
Yeah, so we want a woman to still be safe on her own, be protected on her own. We don't want someone that totally is like.
You really think most men think about this? I doubt it.
I think so.
You do. No, I don't. I think most men don't even care. They don't look past that point.
So most men want what then, in your opinion? They just want to fuck and what else?
Yeah, of course. Most men, they just want to have sex with you as quickly as possible with the least amount of time and money spent.
And they want to marry you? I mean, with Steve Harvey, guys, even 400 million is not enough for some women. She's the one cheated on Steve Harvey, and she's the one asking for 200 million.
That's the lifestyle she's accustomed to. So, yeah.
I know, but see, this the thing is, we all know it's not based on how much money is fair. It's based on how much you're worth, how much you make.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons. And it's two-way street. Britney Spears' husband also. It was a loser, accomplished dancer, but not compared to Britney Spears. And I heard that even she filed a prenup, and she's still paying him some stuff.
Yeah. And she keeps getting together with losers. Every time. She hasn't learned her lesson.
I know, but see how she looks at it like, okay, this guy's good looking, he's young, he has some dance moves, why not? You know.
I don't know if he's a dancer.
He was a dancer, yeah.
This guy?
He is a dancer.
Oh, he's good looking.
Yeah.
But he's a total loser. He's a parasite. He just, was targeting her just to get money from her. And that's it.
Well, no, they were married. There was something to it, but I could say the same thing. She was a parasite too, Steve Harvey's wife. Right?
I don't know anything about them. I kind of know a little bit more about Britney Spears' marriage, but
why can't you look at Steve Harvey's ex?
Because Zeddicus, you're only
it's
seeing
400 million.
Yeah, she may have been with him when he was poor. He used to be really poor.
No, he wasn't poor. He was still Steve Harvey, accomplished comedian. He had a TV show.
You don't know when they met.
I know, but what I'm saying is, regardless what they met, don't you think 200 million is very drastic?
I do, but I don't know what she did for him. Maybe
she cheated.
Yeah, she cheated. She cheated, but there's a reason why. Steve Harvey works like 20 hours a day.
Exactly. Poor guy, I think wakes up, like 3 a.m. and he works out and meditates.
I've seen his videos.
That's the reason, his wife cheated on him. You
She
don't have
needed
time to
attention.
fuck.
I'm not saying what she did was right, but come on.
You
She
wake up
wanted-
3 a.m. You,
Yeah.
you come back at 10 p.m. What do you think is gonna happen?
Exactly. She needed attention.
Biggie was the guy.
You don't know
Gave him the big one.
if she was the one that supported him, believed in his dreams, and
See, that's
was his
bullshit,
back-
guys.
It's not bullshit.
Okay, so let's be realistic. Believe in your dreams. So I could say.
Why do you think it's funny?
So imagine if a girl says that I believe in your dreams, Zeddicus, it's like, fuck, I've been doing this 30 years. I've been believing in my own dreams, like, okay, because I see that women say, well, I'll support you. Of course, these things are appreciative. So bottom line, guys, what we want from a woman is chemistry, friendship, good time, and amazing sex. We can, make our own food. We can clean our own place. We can get a maid. Chemistry, company, friendship,
And you want her
amazing sex.
to look amazing.
Well, yeah, she wants me to look amazing too. I don't want to look like ass, right?
Women don't care. Like, yeah, we want a guy that looks good, but trust me, we don't want that pretty boy. I don't want Britney Spears' husband. I don't want to worry about other women picking up on him. And thank God, in LA, no one cares about good-looking men. They care about money. And I'm not saying that that's right or that's wrong, but that's the fact. If you're hot and muscular, people are going to laugh at you. The women will choose the bald fat guy with no neck with the sports car better than the loser, working at the airport or wherever he's working, although he's hot. It doesn't matter. The older you get, especially, you don't care. I mean, you don't want someone that's repulsive. But some women, they don't even care about that. They'll take the repulsive dude as long as they don't have to work.
Exactly. You just said it.
Yeah.
You just proved my point. My mouth was open. You stole it.
I know what you're going to
It's all
say.
about the money.
Yeah, yeah.
See, what's sad is, guys, is we want you guys to have your own money, your own goals and aspirations, your own life. Don't rely too much on the guy. And the same goes with women, like whenever they get a loser and then the guy stops working and the woman works, what kind of fucking man is that? That's not
I know.
a real
It's
man.
like, what is the point? If I feel like, okay, if I'm going to be in a relationship, moving in, living with someone, he better add value to my life, just like I will add value to his. I don't need to want or need anything because I can take care of myself. If he doesn't bring anything with him, he doesn't make my life easier, I don't make his life easier, then we don't need to be together, period.
I know, but see, again, you're making it look like it's a relationship that is gonna go into moving in, and that rarely happens. Like these are dating mistakes. It's not really more relationship mistakes. They do apply to some relationships, but they're like in a beginning stage.
Yeah, and we're talking about two different things. We're just talking about dating, not
Anastasia already wants to move in with someone,
Yeah, after the first dinner.
that has no,
Yeah, no,
lots of neck.
But I mean, I'm open to meeting someone for a relationship. Every day the dating scene gets worse and worse, and I don't follow my own advice. I give up. I get irritated because I don't like the game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so, and I'm gonna get to that. So, the next mistake, guys, people make is this is again the beginning of the relationship. You're not listening to the person's style. You're not paying attention to their style. So either you're texting him too much, or you don't text enough. You don't ask, what is your style? Do you like a phone call instead? Do you like a few texts here and there? Do you like to get a phone call at the end? Some people, like, you text them, then they call you. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I
You
hate
text them
that.
and they FaceTime. Like, are you psycho? Text goes with text. Call goes with call.
Some people just emphatically do not like to text.
Yeah.
And they will call you, and you have to look at their style. Like, for example, I don't like the phone calls.
Yeah, like your son doesn't like texting.
My son doesn't. He hates it, but he has to do it. My daughter will not respond to him. If he calls and she texts him and he calls, she disciplines him. She won't answer the phone. But like...
And your daughter FaceTimes.
Yeah, and she doesn't call me, she FaceTimes with me, which is funny, but okay, to each their own. But
So that's what I mean, guys. It's like you gotta ask that. Don't leave it to guesswork.
Mm-hmm.
There was one a woman that I asked, like, I haven't done this in years. I saw her, I liked her, and I got asked for her number, and she said she doesn't live in LA. So I texted her a bunch of times, like one day and then the next day, And then she's like, "Oh my God, you text so much, you know, this a turn off." It's like, I didn't know. I didn't know if you're getting my text. I didn't know if you went back to Washington. I didn't, it's just like, it was bizarre. So right there, I said, how could I know that I texted too much? And I didn't. I texted her maybe 5 times total. You know, 4 or 5 times, no more than 5. And the last one was like, if you're still in town, let me know. We can go grab a bite or grab
Which
a
is
drink.
which is totally normal.
Yeah. All she had to do, guys, is say, look, I got your text. I'll get back to you when I have more free time.
Exactly. And this is really, really important because as women, we want to know that the man is thinking about us.
Yeah.
I want to be the first thing on your mind when you
I
wake
came
up.
across like a dumb fuck.
I want to be the last thing you think about before you go to sleep. And some men, like I like, you know, Zeddicus hates when I say this, but I will die on that hill. If he wanted to, he would. That is my mantra, right? But some men just don't. There are people that fundamentally can be thinking about you all day, but they don't like texting. They don't like, they can't, or they just don't. But they show you with their actions because it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, you gotta kind of match their vibe. So one thing I've noticed, guys, is if someone is not texting me as much, I don't text them as much. I really don't want you guys right away say I like you a lot. Send kissing emojis. This is too soon. At the beginning, you come across needy, clingy, desperate. You come across like even like dirty, like right away, like this guy's getting sexual. So men make that mistake a lot.
And
really fast.
and it's scary when women do it.
Yeah,
It's really scary when women do it. Because, I mean, I know I'm guilty. Like, I will not be the first person to text. I will text once I feel comfortable in the relationship. You know, but as we're dating, if I don't know the person that well, I'm not going to text them first. And if they think I don't care, I may care, but I'm not going to be the one. I like to be pursued. And if I see that the guy is not showing interest, I lose interest. That's
Exactly.
me.
Another thing, guys, is make sure that a mistake I mentioned is you gotta talk on the phone. You gotta feel. Don't leave it just to texting. How someone talk. Be interesting and interested. Don't just let them, you know, run you over with talking, and don't be the one that you all talk about yourself. You have to, whether you meet in person or on the phone, be interesting and interested.
I know, it's so funny. I made this mistake in the beginning of my dating.
Yeah.
I would go on dates with guys and I just didn't even listen. And my therapist at the time asked me, so what does this guy do? I'm like, huh? What do you mean? Did he
Yeah.
tell you? I'm like, I guess. He goes, wait a minute, you're not even listening to them? I'm like, no. And why? I'm like, because I don't really care. And he's like, oh my God, you can't do that, you know? And then he's like, you know, Anastasia, men are people too. They have feelings. And I said, oh, come on now. Stop with the
mention
feelings.
that guy that asked you why, and the guy that...
Yeah. So here's an example. I went out with this guy. He was absolutely one of the most boring people. I liked him.
But good looking guy?
Yeah, he was good looking
Yeah,
to me.
good
He was
looking
very good looking.
Yeah.
You know, we
So
were,
listen to this, guys. How much good looks don't help you all the time. Just
no,
listen.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, I'm not saying he was fall down.
I know.
gorgeous.
But the reason.
Yeah. So we
because he
went
was
on a
very
date.
boring.
Yeah, we went on a date and he was really boring. Like, he tried. I would dread his phone calls. So, oh my God, he's calling again. Oh my God, you know, shoot. What am I going to do? And I would answer and he would call me on his way home from work. He really tried. I mean, we went on a date and it was great. And then we made another date, like literally right there on the spot, to see each other in a couple of days. We hit it off. And then the second date, we went to, I think, a Greek restaurant and we're sitting there and he's so boring. He's not talking. So I'm trying to make conversation because I hate when it's awkward. I hate that awkward silence.
Yeah.
So I'm talking and, you know, I can talk. We're talking. He looks at me and goes, is there a reason why you talk so much? Are you insecure or something? And I looked at him. I was like, Jesus Christ, read the room. I'm talking because you're not. And I was like so angry. I wanted to tell him that. I should have. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not as nice anymore. I'd be like, well, if you
But
weren't
what
that
would you
boring.
tell him?
I said, look, I'm not trying to talk a lot in your opinion, whatever. This is my personality. I'm outgoing. I'm social. I keep the conversation going.
You should have said, well, someone needs to.
Exactly. I would now. Now I don't even care. I don't care. But I tried to be nice before.
Yeah.
So now it's like whatever.
All right, so this one is for the guys. don't get too comfortable, too sexual, too naughty, too like where you all of a sudden get dirty. Like women love sex, women love cuddling. Trust me, they love
Oh
to
my
cuddle.
God.
They do, they do. But once they're comfortable with you, once they trust you, after
This is
fucking,
the biggest mistake that men make. I mean, it's like I honestly feel that they just don't even care because there's so many of us.
maybe you just got one. Like, and again, you want to cuddle?
Yeah. I
Oh
think
no,
so.
that wasn't you.
No, it was someone
No,
else.
no,
But I
that
get
was
that
you.
all the time. Like, okay, you're just talking to someone, right? You shouldn't ask. Like, I'm embarrassed to even point this
Yeah,
out.
yeah. No, this was a woman I met in Sacramento. She just told me that.
Yeah,
So,
and you guys, why do you do this? Why? Do you think it's appropriate to ask a woman, do you like to cuddle?
see, the best comeback for that is if you want cuddle, get a cat. If you got a cat, get a dog. You know, if you got a cat and a dog, you know,
I have like two reactions for men like this. Like, what I want to do is just put them on the spot and be like, no filter. Like, are you stupid? Why are you asking me this? I don't even know
I'm
your
not
name
stupid,
yet.
I'm romantic.
That's not romantic. You're sleazy.
No, I didn't say let's fuck. I want to cuddle.
Cuddle. You need
I
to
know you need
deserve.
love.
You need to be a nice person. You should be someone I want to cuddle with. I'll let you know if I want to cuddle. You dumbass.
No, but I want to be loving. I want to be tender. Just start with.
Oh,
cuddling.
okay. So if
I'm
I
not
don't,
a creep. It's just
yeah,
a cuddle.
Yeah, yeah.
okay?
So basically, if I don't like cuddling, you're gonna, end the date right here. You're gonna end the conversation.
well, I'm
right
a
here.
gentleman. I didn't say let's fuck. I'm saying let's.
There's
cuddle.
no way to get out of this.
Yeah.
So I want to tell the guy off, but then I feel like that's being too nice. They should know better already. The steak comes to the table cooked already. So then, I just block them. Block. Because it's like, what
See,
the
guys
hell?
do that a lot. I've
They
noticed.
do it
Like,
all the
they
time.
Say, let's cuddle. I want to cuddle.
If you
sound like a pussy to
There
me.
is okay, man, please, if there are guys listening to this, don't do this. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Just like the first sentence when you match up with a woman online, hey sexy. No one wants to hear that. Trust me. Compliments are appreciated, compliments are wanted. But try to learn how to talk to a woman. And if you don't know how, talk to someone that does. Find
See-
a friend that has game, an older brother, a cousin. Don't do stupid shit.
Well, that's the thing.
You'll
is
get blocked.
Guys think they already have game.
No, they
See,
don't.
If someone's sexy and they're beautiful, they're pretty, they already know this. They already heard this. If someone have nice lips, they already know this. They already heard this, right?
Yeah.
And you have nicer, fuller lips than average.
I
person,
get
right?
that all the time.
Yeah. Like.
Hey, sexy, nice lips. And sometimes men over 50 also say this. And it's like, is this really going to work for you? I just think that they just don't care. They just don't.
No, they care because it does work for some people. But like I usually say, I'm digging your vibe. I got a great feeling from reading your profile. I like what I see and read on your profile.
You're probably the only guy that does that, because 99% of men, they come up with these stupid things like, conversations like, hey, how are you? Great. How are you? Wonderful. Nice weather, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it ends right there. I have very short,
Nice
5-minute
weather.
relationships.
I would
Have
say
a
it's
great
nice
day.
weather to meet.
Yeah. No,
Nice.
it ends with, all right, have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, I know.
And then what? You're waiting for me to come back and talk
That's
to you
why
again?
they end up jerking off by themselves.
No.
Not
trust-
Zeddy Bear. Zeddy Bear gets a lot of cuddlers.
Oh yeah, he gets a lot of cuddlers.
Uh-huh.
But see, like, there are men out there that are really waiting for a woman to approach them.
Well, you know what? To be fair, it's better than 3 years ago. 3 years ago, people were messaging you like, you want me to go down on you? I just want to go down on you.
Oh my
And then
God.
leave, remember?
You're right. I used to get bizarre messages. Bizarre. I don't
It was
even...
only that.
Yeah, I was getting weird, like, I'm not going to go into details, like sexual propositions from older men, like weird ones. I think they've calmed down now after
They
COVID.
notice that's too much right away. You have someone, take off their panties and you go down on them. Like, maybe let's start with cuddle.
I'm just horrified at some of these things that men do. Men are just...
Like, we don't need
clueless.
to fuck. Remember, they were saying, we don't need to fuck. I don't need to
Yeah.
know you. You can kick me
Yeah,
out.
I just...
I won't finger you. No
Okay,
fucking.
all right.
Just down.
You're going a little too far here,
I
but
just remember, just have good memory.
yeah, I know he remembers everything. The
Yeah.
point is that sometimes I really think either men are clueless or they just really don't even care how they come across.
It's both. Yeah, clueless, and they don't care. They just.
And you know why? This works because there are women out there that don't even care. They're very desperate. They don't care how men approach them, and they just want male company.
Yeah. Remember, I showed you this thing that I saw. This woman said, "I just want my tits sucked."
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Hard?
Oh my god,
I showed it to her. She was dying.
I was dying of laughter.
She's honest, at least.
Yeah.
You know, there's another one that I read. You women, some of you guys are like, don't care. I love that about you. She said, like, look, I'm not looking for a fuck buddy. If I wanted a fuck buddy, and she was in her 40s or 50s, she said, if I wanted a fuck buddy, I would move the age to 20, 30-year-old. These guys do it better than you, harder than you, longer than you. I'm looking for a life partner.
That is awesome.
Not fuck partner.
Exactly. You kill two birds with one stone. You
Yeah.
insult. I mean, like, it gets to the point where, like, the profile is, don't say this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, because you get frustrated, and then the guy comes to you, oh, wow, you seem kind of negative. It's like,
Yeah.
we deal with all these idiots, we go on a million dates, but yet you want us to be fresh and friendly and pretend none of it happened and super, super resilient. A guy gets ghosted once and that's it. He doesn't go on dates anymore. His life is over. Women go through so much objectification and shit, and then you guys want us to pretend it never happened and just start fresh. Don't punish me for other men, you know? You seem really negative. What got you down? Assholes like you.
Yeah.
And guess what? You can't do anything. You cannot do anything to change this game. That's why I get annoyed.
You can't. You have to become bulletproof. You got to adapt, which is another point I'm going to make.
Yep.
Is the number 6 is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Guys, until that person is the one that you want to settle down with, you want to get married to, be like a free agent. Date casually. You don't need to fuck with all of them. You don't need to fuck all of them. If you do, that's your choice. But if you just talk to only one person and only text one person, when that person doesn't pan out, you get depressed, you get mad.
Exactly. And women are guilty of this. I've done this myself. Oh my God, I like this guy. I don't want to see anyone else. Never put your eggs in one basket. You don't have commitment from this guy. There's no ring. You're not married. There's no talk of exclusivity. You don't owe this guy shit. And
Yeah,
you
like
should continue dating, because you could be talking to 10 guys and boom, 9 of them are gone.
Yeah, or all 10.
Yeah.
Be ready for all 10. What happens, guys, is people they change. They get bored with you. They're like, next. You know,
They think they can do better.
They think they can do better, right? But not always that. Like we were just talking about that. It's not like they don't always think that. Like if I can do better, like this person, I'm not feeling good with this person. Doesn't mean I can do better. The next person could be worse, right? But for example,
Basically, they don't like you enough to continue.
yeah,
They think they can find someone
So
better.
I'm going to give an example. Okay, check this out. So I've been seeing someone, and we had good time. We had sex twice. You know, she's been texting me here and there. I texted her. Great person. You know, successful. She's on top of her field. And, you know, I match her energy. So she's like, hey, I miss you. You know, sending me kissing emoji. I send it back to her. And then I don't always text her. Sometimes she texts me, sometimes I text her. So now, imagine if I switch this. And now she said, Anastasia said, no, if you actually gave her more attention, she would be more interested. Well, last 2, she changed it on me. She could be listening to this, by the way. She knows about my podcast. Last 2 meetups, she changed it on me. She didn't show up. The last one, I think she was sick. I give her that. So what am I supposed to do now? The old me will be like, hey, I don't think you're showing much interest. You know, I thought you would do better than that. I think you lost interest. You know, come on, just admit it. The new me is like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to vibe, meet their energy, match it. So what I'm saying to you guys, don't go balls deep with feeling. Don't say, I love you. So this is another mistake that, you know, Anastasia is going to talk about that, but 2 or 3 months into the relationship, Sophia was sitting in the car. We're in a park late at night. She was crying her eyes out, like, I love you so much. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I was shocked, guys. I felt special. It was like I couldn't believe it. I was, you know, like holding her. She was like crying. And that was just the feeling that day, you know. Of course, it faded out, but it was too soon. 3 months into a relationship, someone tells you that?
Yeah, I would never want to be the one saying it first. As a woman, you're putting yourself so vulnerable. Any other guy would be like, "Oh my God."
Yeah,
they
so
would
that's
dump her
another
ass.
mistake is don't plan the future too far ahead.
Yeah.
Now mention that guy that, you know, you have.
Yeah, so right in the midst
the
of
first
COVID.
date.
Yeah, midst of COVID. It was a rainy night and we had a date. We drove somewhere. Everything was closed. I met him in some parking lot in Burbank and it's like raining. It's drizzling and I'm like, "Oh my God, why did I even agree to this?" There was literally nowhere for us to go. Everything was closed. And we were probably going to go through the Starbucks drive-thru or something. And I get out of my car. This guy gets out of his car, no mask, nothing, comes up to me, looks literally looks up to God and says, "Please let this one work out." And then he hugs me.
Yeah,
you know.
And didn't he just make out with you, or that was
No,
something?
he tried. No, he didn't.
Oh, no.
He hugged me, and I was just like, "Oh my God, okay." That was the first red flag, and I don't even remember this guy's name. I don't remember what he looks like. This guy was like planning on it. Like he was really weird. Like
Yeah, but what else did he say in the first date? Remember, he said like, "I want you to run my business."
Oh yeah, see, like, because
who
I
says
see
that, right?
Zeddicus remembers these things. I put these out of my head. He wanted me to run one of his businesses. He wanted me to move out in the mountains with him.
On the first date, guys.
Yeah, he's telling
It's
me
the
all of
first
this.
Fucking date.
Yeah, because he really wanted a relationship. I wanted a relationship too, but he scared me. He scared me because
Exactly.
he
That
was
scares
like
anyone.
too. Like if anyone is like overbearing and like that, like it reminds me of my ex-husband, and I run. I lose feelings as a protection mechanism for myself. A way to protect myself. My mind like says, "Oh my God, no, don't go back to where you left." And so anything like that just scares the shit out of me. And I tried. I thought, well, here we go. He's not bad looking. He wants to date me. He knows right away. But it's just like, some of these guys are so desperate. They're so clingy. Eventually, I had to block him, and I was scared because he knew where I lived. He knew, you know, which car I drove, and I just, I had to block him because it's like he thought it would be okay to call at 2 a.m. and I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
What
like,
did
you
he
don't.
say?
He goes, "You should be happy your man is calling at 2 a.m. I miss you. I miss you." And I'm like, no. You don't call me at 2 a.m. You better be like dead. Because if you're not, you will be. I mean, like, I had to teach him.
See,
I
that's
said,
red flag, guys.
Yeah.
That's extreme.
I
You
got
tell
rid
this
of him.
guy's a
I got rid of
weirdo.
him within 1 or 2 weeks. I got rid of him because it was
Only
just
2
too much.
weeks?
It was very short.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe 3, but I mean, he was getting
You're
in my
very
way.
patient. 2 days.
Yeah, no, he was getting in my way of everything. Literally.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is number 8. So, confusing lust with love. Guys, we all been there. The sex is amazing.
This is more men, not women.
No, women too. So, I've had women tell me like they love me more during sex. Like they're crazy about me during sex. They call me Habibi during sex more. Of course, when they were drunk and tipsy too, you know. But this falls like, okay, you think like, my God, this is love. And of course, chemistry and you know, love making all makes a difference. But you got to ask yourself, like, was this really relationship based on lust and love? And a lot of times how you can tell is, how are you outside the bedroom? Do you guys click well? Do you vibe well? Do you hang out more? Are you really close? Are you... Usually, guys, this is how you can tell. Check this out. You can't wait to talk to that person every day. That's how you can tell that's the one. You can't wait to hear their voice.
God, I don't even know when I had that.
Yeah, that's how it is usually. It's like, man, I cannot wait to talk to her.
I've never seen any guys that excited.
Yeah, like you see each other in the morning, and by nighttime it seems like 3 days passed.
Yeah. But that's so rare.
I know, but see, the thing is, true love is rare, guys. A real one is really hard to find. True love is very rare, you know. So I'm not saying, okay, you're gonna fall in love right away, you know, but it could happen. But that's how you know, don't you agree? The
Yeah.
difference between lust and love.
Yeah, definitely.
The next one, the ninth one, guys. don't abandon all your friends whenever you go, in a relationship.
Oh,
you
I can say so much about this one.
No, your friends, your activities. So Anastasia, this is how I met her, through a friend of hers.
Yeah, so I had a friend, and she and I were like inseparable. I had just moved to LA. I met her actually on Facebook, and we hung out, and we were very, very close. Like,
and I matched up with her.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. So that's how I met Zeddicus. He matched up with her on a dating site, and she introduced me to Zeddicus, and we hit it off. We became friends right away. It's like the third year now, basically third year that we're friends. And she was, both of us were single. She had met someone, also indirectly through me. As soon as she started dating this guy, that's it. She's like, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear your bullshit. I was single for 8 years. She literally,
So the reason she was
threw
saying
me
that,
away.
I know, but the reason I want to clarify that to the listeners. So Anastasia came from San Francisco. She was new to LA. She was new to dating market, and she's been on a dating world for 8 years. So whenever Anastasia was complaining about that, she kept saying, I don't want to hear about it. I've been in this longer than you. You don't know. She would always...
Yeah, and I said, bitch, you forgot who you were 2 weeks ago? I was in shock that she could be this rude, and basically, she got married. I was the only person that came to her little wedding, and after that, we stopped talking. Completely stopped talking, and it was fine.
So this is the mistake, guys. She went balls deep. She was best friend with Anastasia. They really were best friend, guys. They were hanging out at least 4 to 5 days a week. Right?
Yeah, we would see each other all the time. I mean, she was like the first person I was friends with.
Yeah, every time she had a problem, wanted to talk to. Now Anastasia, she can talk, and a lot of times, if you have a conversation with her, 80%, 70%, 75%, she's the one talking. And she was saying like, well, she doesn't let me talk. She always complains. She always come across negative, and I've had enough. And now that I'm dating this guy, I'm focusing on him. But she totally abandoned Anastasia, totally. And I told her, like, look, this is not cool. This is not fair. She was there before your guy.
No, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the scheme of things, she was nobody. And I forgot, like, what it's even like to be friends with her. I have lifelong friends. This was years ago. I have, a cute little comfy life in LA. I have different groups of friends. I have people that I can count on that are like my army behind me now. And I have that in San Francisco and in LA, and I'm very grateful for that. But at the time, I had just gotten here, and it's very hard. The dating landscape here is completely different than in San Francisco. It's not great in either place, but it's very different. It was hard to get used to. Very, very hard to get used to.
Yeah, so the other thing, guys, is don't abandon your activities, right? You have friends, because so you want to be yourself, so you don't want to, like, make it look like you're going balls deep. So I've had people that are into workout, into, like, belly dancing. Sophia was into belly dancing. And I love that about her. I was like, I went to a class of hers, like, I want to see this more often. It's like, she totally abandoned that. She never went there again since we started dating. She said, no, her hobby now is fucking. Fucking, that's it. She doesn't have no more hobbies.
Yeah, okay.
She said she gets mad about that, like when people ask her what's her hobby. Like, I don't know, it's fucking.
No, because I hate when guys ask you what are your hobbies. Men, think about this. Imagine that you're divorced, you raised 2 kids, and you worked full time. Do you think you have a lot of time to cultivate hobbies?
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If you had more time, what would you do? What would you consider as a hobby? If you
Underwater basket weaving.
There's such thing?
Yes.
Underwater
basket weaving, raising chickens.
Okay.
What else? Square dancing.
Raising chickens. That's when your mom keeps killing you.
Yeah, raising chickens, square dancing.
Really? Country dance?
Yeah. Square dancing.
Are you being smart ass?
Of course I'm being smart.
Okay, well, that's what the fuck?
No, but I'm saying, like, not all of us have a chance to cultivate hobbies. And so you're a guy, never married, no kids, Dewey, whatever you want your whole life.
Okay.
And some of us don't have a chance to have hobbies. We're just learning about ourselves now after the divorce.
So, for example, I don't know if kickboxing is my hobby. I guess you could say that.
It is, because you love it. You love it.
Yeah.
And you're good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm teaching it, right? I'm coaching it. So, in kickboxing, guys, we're not hitting the air. We're not hitting the bags. It's not just hitting the mitts. We're sparring. So, I get hurt. I get punched. I get kicked. I kick them. I get, winded, tired. I'm limping. I'm black and blue and bruised. But I still love it. I don't know if that's considered a hobby, but I guess. But like I also love shooting pool. I also love to learn tennis. But I can see it, like you don't have any hobbies.
I mean, there are things that I enjoy doing, right? I enjoy doing a lot of things, but there are things that I've wanted to do that I have yet to try,
Yeah, like you like traveling.
I love traveling. I love going to the theater, movies, fine dining. Mm-hmm. It's an experience. It's not just the food. It's getting dressed up and the presentation and the ambiance. Yeah. I want to travel more. There are things. I want to go river rafting. I want to go skydiving. I want to go indoor rock climbing. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, that's true.
I want to find some kind of sport that I enjoy. I want to find something that I like to do with my hands. Something. I've tried things. Mm-hmm. Tried making jewelry. That was fun for like 5 minutes. Yeah. So I haven't cultivated my hobbies yet, and it makes me feel bad when men ask that. And I know they're not asking it out of malice. They're asking because they're trying to get to know me or making conversation. But a lot of us haven't had a chance to find hobbies. I used to love to read. I used to love it, and I haven't had a chance to read in a very long time. Yeah.
Oh, no, we can make time to read.
We can make time to read.
If you have time to look at your phone, you can make time
to read. I know. My bad.
The last one, guys, is blasting it on social media. Don't do that. Don't do it too soon. Don't do it. I made that mistake.
I made that mistake too.
Yeah, and I don't know if I believe in this now, the bad eye, the evil eye. Like people send a bad vibe back.
Yeah, and how many times did I have to tell you about it? You thought it was a joke?
It's an Aries thing. We gotta do it our own way. We gotta, but...
It's really bad.
Because most people, guys, will not be happy for you.
Yeah, they're
like,
not.
Oh, nice couple. Oh my God, you two look cute. And then they're like, fuck, man, these motherfuckers look good. God damn it, they're happy, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
When it's like a facade, a charade, most of the time...
They're rooting for you to fail.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And that's one of the things Anastasia always said, like on social media, it kind of triggers me. I see these couples, like, do you think that they're happy? You don't know that.
I don't know whether they're happy or not. But the point is, like, I had a boyfriend, and I... posted pictures of us. We traveled here, we traveled there, and then one day we broke up, and these guys were messaging me, "Where's your boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend?" Even though
it's been months.
Yeah, I got so mad, and I said, "I will never, ever, unless I'm married, unless I'm literally married, I'm not gonna to post that I'm in a relationship." I don't even have my relationship status on Facebook or Instagram. My Instagram is me. And occasionally a picture of my kids, and I just have a new grandson, so once in a while I'll put up his photo, but I'm not going to put pictures of guys.
Yeah, like Claudia, I like what Claudia said, like, no, I've been seeing this guy, he's wonderful, I'm not going to post this picture on social media. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, you're just inviting trouble.
Yeah. All right, well, that's 10, guys. There's 10 of them. So I'm going to go over again real quick, ignoring your intuition, be realistic with your expectations, like really, really be realistic where you're at. This doesn't mean, guys, give up. So, like I used to tell Sophia, you're not J-Lo and I'm not Ben Affleck. Be realistic, okay? Mm-hmm. You're not the shit. There's always someone prettier than you. There's just like me. There's always someone more handsome than I am, more successful, You can always talk, but still be realistic, right? Mm-hmm. The third one is not texting too much or just learning about their style. Fourth one is be interesting and interested. Don't make it all look about yourself. Make sure that person is talking to. For guys, don't get too naughty too soon. Don't talk too much before meeting, guys. Leave some mystery. So some people talk so much on text and to the phone that you don't have much to say when you meet, or you lose the momentum. Have you noticed that? Like I was telling you that too.
And sometimes you get suckered into it.
I know, but try not to. Yeah. Just say like, look, I just want to leave this sometime. Like my schedule is hectic. let's just wait till we meet. Let's talk more.
And then sometimes you lose momentum, and then they forget or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know.
You guys don't ruin it right away with a dick pic, okay? Like, bam, like I've had women say the conversation was going well, I like the guy, then bam, I got a dick pic. Like, what do I do with this? If I don't say anything, you know, he thinks that probably I'm gonna write it when I meet him.
Dumbass.
Or if I, you know, like I have no choice but to block him. Like, even if
Yeah.
it's a nice dick, like you ruined it, you know? Like, if I don't say anything, it makes me look like a hoe. That one is don't you know, put all your eggs in one basket, guys. Don't be traditional. Don't say, I want to talk to one person at a time, see where it goes. You know, this is today's dating world. Adapt. Adapt.
Yep,
You have to adapt. It's different now. If you really think that guy's only talking to you, he's a fucking weirdo too. If he's only talking to you and texting you, that's like a weird fuck. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not worth it. I'm not saying you're not special, but only talking to you is like, I don't know, that's a needy, clingy guy.
Yep.
Talking about the future too soon. Like I've been in a relationship where the woman said, you know, we're gonna move in soon. We're gonna get a place together. I get this apartment. I was like, wow, 4 or 5 months into a relationship, and I didn't know what to say. I was all quiet. Like, what do you say to that? Like, wow. That one is confusing lust with love. You know, the ninth one is don't abandon your friends or relative and your activity. Like, all of a sudden, like when it falls apart, you look stupid. You look stupid when it doesn't work out, guys. If it works out, you guys are happily ever after, that's wonderful. But when the shit hits the fan, those were the exact word that Anastasia told her. What was it? Don't
come to me when everything falls apart. Okay?
Yeah, because she called you. What did she say? The things
She's
were
like,
rocky or what?
No,
like, can you believe?
he left
posted,
me. Blah 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 blah.
No. Can you believe he posted a picture of his ex?
Oh, something like that. He had a picture. Like, she called me to say that, like, he posted, there was a picture of his ex on a stack in Instagram, and I'm like, really? This is why you're calling me in the middle of the
Thanks
night?
to my memory.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Mega memory.
Yeah.
And the last one is, guys, blasting it on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. Don't do that, guys. Don't play hard to get. You know, just leave some mystery. Just you don't need to show it off to friends or relatives. If you're happy, you're happy. Those are the ones that usually are solid, strong relationships.
Exactly. I mean, I know married couples, they don't even put there's no need to put your relationship status on Facebook.
Yeah, like with Krina, I was with her 23 years. The mother of my kids, guys, you know, we didn't, you know, go crazy online. We were together 23 years. 23 years.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime, guys.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys. If you're all the way, you stuck around till the end. Thank you. I appreciate your time, and you know, make sure you share it. Give us a good
Good review if you like, and again, share. And thank you so much for listening. And I feel like I didn't talk a lot today, which is okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay. That's okay. Next one will be all me. No, just kidding.
Yeah, it's okay.
Guys,
it's okay.
I'm making a conscious effort not to talk too much because I can go on and on and on.
Yeah, we try to keep it 30, 40 minutes, but sometimes we get carried away. At least we want to give you 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because if you're driving, you know, like usually 50 minutes is one way, 15 minutes coming back. Most of the time, most of the drives are 15, 20 minutes. Some of them are more. In LA, no. Yeah, you wish. You gotta stay
I know.
in traffic.
So thank you, our loyal listener, for tuning in and listening to our podcast. We'll be back with you next week.
Yeah, have a good one, guys. Stay safe.